Good morning, Facebook family. This is your Monday morning meditation with Pastor Evita Smith. This week, I want to leave a word of challenge with you for you to consider. The question I ask is, are you willing and are you ready? As we are going into the fourth quarter of this year, many people are talking about finishing this year strong. We're hearing messages of destiny and about getting on the right track so that we can reach our destiny and finish this year strong. But the question I ask you is, are you willing and are you ready? When we look at the story of the woman by the well in John chapter 4, we often consider her just meeting her Messiah and we talk about her running and telling the others. But there are some other things that we can learn from her story. One of the things that she had to do was she had to be teachable. She had to be willing to learn from Jesus because there were certain truths she had as a Samaritan that she had been taught. And so she had to relearn what the truth was. And so she had to have an open spirit to be teachable. And when we consider our destiny, we have to unlearn some things. We have to be willing to be taught and shown some new truths about our relationship with God. We have to be willing to sit and be teachable. But number two, she had to be willing to let go of the former things. That we can't move forward if we're still holding on to our past. It said that she left her water jar when she left and went to tell the others. That she left what she had been used to doing to take on the new. She had to leave the former things. She had come to gather water, but she was sent to gather people. And so here we have to learn that we have to be willing to let go of our former things. There are things that we thought we were supposed to be, things thought we were supposed to do. But when we come into relationship with Christ and we start to really seek what God has for us, that we have to be willing to let go of those things, those ideas, those behaviors, those things that we were comfortable doing before, because God wants to do a new thing in our lives. And number three, when we consider our destiny, we have to be willing to go. The thing about her was that once she got the truth, it says she left her water pot and she went to tell the others, that she went to go on her mission. The thing about it is, you can get a word from God, you can get a revelation, and God can tell you what you're supposed to do. But if you're not willing to go, you will never reach your destiny. You will continue to stay in the same place you've been, and you'll continue to be frustrated, wondering why you see other people moving forward, wondering why things haven't worked out for you. But the thing about it is, once God shows and reveals to us our future, we have to be willing to go. We have to be willing to let go of the old and embrace the new. Even when we don't know how it's going to work out, even when we don't know what it's going to look like, even when we feel uncertain or insecure, we still have to be willing to go. We have to want what's ahead more than what is behind. We have to be willing to say, God, you've shown me, I receive it, and now it's time for me to walk in it. So as you continue to go through this week, and as we prepare, October 1st is right around the corner, you need to start to think about, God, what is it that I need to learn? Teach me. I have a teachable spirit. I'm open to hearing what you have. I'm willing to let go of those former things. I'm willing to let go of the things that I was comfortable in. I'm willing to let go of the things that I thought I wanted to be so that I can be what you have for me. And I'm willing to go. That I'm not going to stay here. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to let fear hold me, but I'm going to move forward in what you have for me. So I pray over you over this week that you will just begin to sit with God and allow God to teach you some new things. I pray that you will just begin to see what you need to let go of, and that you will have the courage and the faith to let it go. But then that you will go forward in everything God has for you. I promise what's ahead of you is better than what's being. And so if you would just trust and believe God and take him at his word, and to take everything that he pours into you and trust and believe that God has a great future for you, that you will reach your destiny moment, that you will be able to have a testimony that will help others to come to Christ, but you'll also be able to see that there is more inside of you that God wants to use for his glory than what you could have ever imagined for yourself. So I pray this week that you are challenged, that you will ask yourself, am I willing and am I ready? And that you will give God a full yes so that God can do all that he wants to do in your life. So I pray you have a blessed week, and we'll see you next Monday morning for our Monday morning meditation. Be blessed.